Okay, so let's start the session without any further delay. So let me open this sales tax. Okay. So now if I want to find, let's say if I want to find the total sales, okay, if I want to find the total sales, then how to find? So here in Excel, how you will find it? This is my total sales. Sales tax. More copy, create a copy. Okay. All right. See, if I want to find the total sales, basically you will have to do this, right? Data filter. Okay. So what we can do is total sales equals to this into units. Yes or no? Correct. This is my total sales for each, okay, for each transaction, and the overall sales is this. If I'll write equals to sum of okay, this is your total sales. Correct? Got it? Yes or no? Am I audible? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how you're going to find the total sales. Okay, so basically you have to multiply sales with units, then you get it individual, sales transaction. If you sum all this, then you will get the total sales. Okay, so now in Power BI, how we are going to get it? Okay, in Power BI, how we are going to get it? Now if I just say, so there is an additional task which is multiplication, but if you write a DAX, okay, if you just write a DAX, I'll write a new measure. Okay, so total sales equals to, okay, total sales equals to, you will say, sir, sales write a new measure. If you just write total sales, you'll say sum of, okay, sum of, let me change the name again, I'll change it to text. Let's say I'll say tran, and I'll say tran. So you create a new measure. So when I'll say total sales equals to sum of this, okay, sum of this into sum of, okay, please go on mute. I think I'm getting, Premanand, can you please go on mute? Yeah. So sum of trans, sum of units, okay. Choose a different name. What is the problem? The sales name is already used in the column. Okay, okay. We have to write total sales. Okay. So we have created a measure which is total sales. Let's create a visual. I'll create a card over here. Okay. I'll create a card over here. If I just put total sales, if I go to this, if I go to call out value, none. Guys, can you see this value? Am I getting the correct value? I'll just show you. So how I found this value, okay. How I find this value? Copy. Is it possible to paste over here? Okay, can you see these two values? Are you guys getting it?
No, sir, it is not correct.
It is wrong. See, basically how it is doing, see, so if you look at the DAX is saying sum of transaction of cells into sum of transaction of unit. That means how it is calculating is, I think this is calculating like this, equals to sum, okay, control shift this equals to sum of okay equals to this into this. Okay, so you are getting this value. If you go to home, see, are you getting the same value, guys? This value and this value?
Yes, sir, it is correct.
Correct, but this is wrong, right? Yes or no? So total, see, your total sales into total units is wrong. In every product the price is different and the quantity is different. How can you, so this is the right way of calculating it, right? Each sales into their units, then you get the total sales for that particular transaction. Then finally you do a calculation like this. You got this total sales as this much. You cannot say total of this into total of this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, kahin na ସବୁ product quantity olga, right? कोटी अधिक टंकार तुम प्रोडक्ट बिकुच कोटी अधिक टंकार तुम वेरी लेस प्राइस यू आर सेलिंग द प्रोडक्ट. So that is the reason this overall this into this is absolutely it's a disaster. Okay, you will not get the correct value. This is the correct value which we have got, because we have multiplied by each product sales into their respective units or quantities, then we got the total price for that particular row, okay, or that particular product. Now we are making total sales or total, right? Yes or no? Are you guys getting it? What is the problem here? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So we do not have, if we write like this is not the proper solution. Okay, so we have to basically remove this, delete. Yes. Okay, so now you can delete it. Suppose to find out, okay, to find out the overall total sales, how we can do that is we have to write a measure. Okay, so observe it. Okay, now I'll say total sales. Okay, total sales. There is a function called Sumx. Okay, there is a function called Sumx. Chalo, what Sumx will do is Sumx will take two parameters. One is table parameter, another one is expression parameter. Okay, it will take two parameters. One is table parameter, another one is expression parameter. So in table parameter, it will take the table. So table, which is our table, guys? What is our table name?
Tran.
Okay, so our table name is tran, and it will take an expression. Table is a parameter, expression is another parameter. In expression, what we can do is, okay, in expression what we can do is, I'll show you. Tran of this into tran of units. Okay, tran of this into tran of units. What is the error? Sum of can we do like this? Sum of tran of cells into sum of tran of units. This. What is the issue? sales multiplied
Sir, I think
quantity.
here tran single quote is not required.
Single quote we are not giving. I think it is sales of quantity, sales of price. This is correct. Okay, so what I'll do is tran, then tran of is there any space? Total sales Sumx, it will take tran of sales into tran of quantity units, then close the bracket. What is the issue? The syntax for tran is incorrect. No space. Sales quantity, sales price. This is how it is written, right? Sales into this Sumx. I don't see there is a problem, but why it is? Cost equals to Sumx. Table is tran. Got it. Table is tran. Here it is tran of sales into tran of units. I think it should work now. Okay, so this tran we have to put it in single quotes, this tran. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now here what we can do is, this is the first parameter is a table. So our table is tran, which is in single quotes, and the second parameter is we have to pass one expression. Expression means tran sales into tran units. It will go to each and every row. It will calculate like this. It will go to each and every row. It will go to each and every row. It will calculate like this. And finally, if you just create a card, let's say I'm just inserting a card. Okay, when I'm inserting a card, okay, so then what is the cost? 1.33 billion. Okay, 1.33 billion. If you go to this, you go to call out value, then make it none. So let's 1331905 Are you getting the same value? 1331905 You got the correct value? We have to copy this and paste it. So clear? This is how you have to calculate. So Sumx will take first your table, then the expression what you want to do. If you want to each row wise you want to multiply, then finally you will have to come up. You want to come up with this value, then that can be also done. Understood? And the previous approach was absolutely wrong. Previous approach, what we were trying to do is sum of sales into sum of quantity. Okay, this approach is wrong, where it was finding this value, it was calculating this value, which is wrong. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the next one is, suppose I want to find, okay, I want to find the total sales of each product in, okay, what is the total sales in each product. So if I want to find what is the total sales in each product, what I'll do is I will first create a table visual. Okay, so this is my product, and in total sales I'll put the cost. I mean the one which we have created, right? 133. This measure I'm using, yes or no? This is a measure, right? So you have a calculator before this. Okay, so drag. So it is showing the total sales in each product. So if you simply go here, okay, if you simply go here and you create a pivot table, insert, okay, let me remove this last because it will confuse us. Okay, so now if I go to insert pivot table, okay, if I go to insert pivot table, okay, insert pivot table, new worksheet. Okay, now I want total sales, right? Total sales product wise. So product in rows, total sales in values. Okay, now I will show you something here. Guys, are you getting the same value here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Same.
Okay, I want to find out the average sales. So how we'll do that? Click here, okay, then we'll go to value field settings. I want to find out the average sales. Okay, this is my average sales. So how to do that in Power BI? You have, okay, I'll say I'll create a new measure. AVG cells. We have similar kind of function which is AVGX, average X, I guess. Average X. First I have to pass the table which is tran, then tran of cells into tran of units. Chalo. Okay, so my average sales function is ready. I'll simply remove this. I'll try to drag average sales. Okay, so now check, are you getting the same value here again? Each product wise average sales. Yes.
Yes, sir. It is getting some.
Okay, I want to find the minimum sales. So what I'll do is value field settings, I'll say minimum sales. Okay, these are the minimum sales. Okay, in this particular one plus support to lowest sales 8 font I mean 10,000 on in Oppo also you have got the lowest sale which is 9533 15474. Okay, so I'll go to Power BI and I will write a function called minimum. I'll go to new measure. Okay, mean sales equals to Minx. Okay, so Minx of table. Okay, so table is my tran table. Okay, okay, tran into sales, the tran of sales into tran of quantity or unit. So this is the minimum sales. Enter. I'll create a new one more new. So where I'll write it is Maxx. Okay, Maxx. This is Maxx X. Okay, I'll create one more, which is count. Okay, so I'll have to also use count. So count, I think count is not required because count will not work here. Let's try to check count. Anyways, you will get it from here only. This is a minimum. Okay, how to get the minimum? So I'll remove this, I'll drag minimum. Are you getting the same value, guys? Same? Okay, so if you want to get the maximum, I'll simply drag the maximum, the measure which I have created, maximum cells. So yeah, here also you go and change. Okay, value field settings, go to max. Okay, you got the maximum one. Okay, compare this with the Power BI report. Same, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how you are going to get it. Okay, so count is very simple. Count we can get it directly. Okay, count we do not need that count x function. We can directly get the count from this particular function. Count of this, if you say, you will get the count units. So you can apply it here. Okay, so you guys try how to. You guys have to show me how to use count function in this. It will show you product wise count. Okay, you guys try. You'll have to write a DAX and create a visual, and you can show me. Okay, so clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we'll see some date functions. Okay, so now how to okay, so I'll create a new measure where I'll write I'll say date. Let's say I'm writing date 1, where I'll write today. Okay, are you getting it? What is this function is returning me?
Sir, it is like you get that in SQL function.
So it is showing you the current date. Okay, okay, now you can create, let me create one more measure. Date, what are you getting now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is now today function will give you, see if I say today function will give you only current date. Okay, but if I use now function, it will give you current date and time. Got it? Enter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, date and time. Okay, so now suppose I want to find, there is a scenario where I want to find out, so we have covered, this is not correct. We have average X, Minx, Maxx. Okay, count X is also there. Count X. Okay, so now suppose I want to okay, so I want to find the total cells in between. Can we check the data? Total cells in between 16, maybe 1st April. Okay, 1st April, let's say 15 April to, or 5th April to 5th. I just write 5th April to, let's say 30th April. I'll say 1st April 2020 to, let's say 10th April 2020. Okay, I want to find this. Okay, 1st April 2020 to 10th April 2020. So what I can do is, here I'll write a function total, I'll create a new measure. Okay, so I'll say April 01 to 2. Okay, so I can give any column, that's okay. Okay, April 01, 02, April 01 to, so now what we'll write is calculate sum of, okay, calculate sum of, let's say, okay, calculate sum of
Date.
max of cells, sum of, let's say, cost. So what does it take? Expression, which is, let's say I'm taking the cost Okay, cost is nothing but your total cost. I'll go and check here. It has the total sales. Where it is? Calculate of cost. Okay, so in filter, what I'll write is dates between okay, dates between I'll say tran of this comma between two dates. So two dates I'll write like this. One is 2020 04 01 2020, okay, 0410. Okay. So calculate dates between transaction date of this 1st April 2020 or 10th April 2020. So what I'll get here is I'll just create a card. Okay, I'll just create a card. I'll try to drag this 3.67 million. Okay, April 1st to April 10, 3.67 million. Let me go to this tab, call out value. Here I'll just select none, so that I'll get the exact value, 36,70,383 rupees. Okay, so what I will do here is just to cross check filter. Okay, so first row 10th April, right? So April, okay, first row 10th April. First April to 10th April. I'll have to go to this April, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, guys, are you getting the same value? 36,70,383. Are you getting the same value?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you also want to apply this on a visual, so how you can do is each product रे, okay, each product रे केमती sell है, so you can do one thing, product, drag product here, okay, again drag the cells. That means in, okay, April 1 row, April 10, 2020, you will have only 4 Oppo, Redmi, Samsung, Vivo. If you go here, देखो Oppo, Redmi, Samsung, Vivo. Okay, in Redmi you have a total sales of 16,228. You can see 16. Got it? 16,228. Samsung you have 22 lakhs 40. Okay, Vivo you have 8 lakhs 23,000. Oppo you have 5 lakhs 90,000. Got it? How to find it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can do one more thing also. Let's say I'll just remove this. I'll simply drag this cost here. Okay, So cost is showing me everything. I'll simply, what I can do is, I'll create a slicer. In slicer I will try to put the date. Okay, where is my date? Okay, so first April 2020. Okay, then 10th April. Got it? Are you getting the same value? 36,70,383. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So clear how I got this? See basically what you are trying to calculate. In calculate, I have already told you, in calculate function, the first parameter, it can be a aggregate function or a measure. So a measure we have already created, right? This DAX function we have already created for cost total, to find out total cost. Yes or no? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So whenever I'll show you, I'll write it once again for you guys. Okay. So it will take, in calculate function, it will take either average of total sales of sum of one particular column, aggregate function you can use, or you can, so basically in the first parameter I want the total sales. So where I have the total sales now, because sales is not my total sales, right? Sales into quantity and sum of everything is my total sales. Yes or no? See, sales is, this is not my total sales. मुझे the as अंगर, if I calculate this, if I multiply this with this, then I got the total sales of this particular row. Then to find out the total sales, I have to sum this column. Yes or no? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically मुझे code पाइबी, where I can get that? I can only get the total sales from cost, because already I have written a DAX formula to find out the cost. Yes or no? This is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so either I can write, so I have to write first the total cost. So total cost means already I have written, if you just give a square bracket, automatically it will show you the list of DAX functions which you have created, basically the list of measures which you have created. Now I have to choose, I have to select this cost tab, okay, comma, and I am trying to find out the sales between 1st April 2020 and 10th April 2020. So I'll write, there is a function, DAX function, which is called Datesbetween. Okay, Datesbetween which date? Datesbetween, and you can pass the date in 2020, okay, 2020 04, okay, then 01, which is 1st April. Datesbetween, that means you have to pass two dates. Datesbetween.
Sir, here passing date column.
Okay.
From
Got
date.
it. Correct. You have to pass the date column, because see, we start the bracket. Okay, first you have to pass the date column. So date column is this one, right? So I'll have to write date, okay, which is my transaction date, comma, between two dates, start date and end date. My start date is, see, my start date is 2020 04, okay, 01, and my end date is 2020, okay, 04 and 10. Okay, this is closing the Datesbetween function. This is again closing the calculate function. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is clear, right? Anybody has any doubt in this DAX function?
Sir, here having only between if you want to find Oppo and OnePlus have sorry, Oppo and OnePlus
Oppo and
ମୁଁ କହିଲି କି ଆମେ ଯଦି ଏଇଟା ଡେଟ୍ ଅଛି ଡେଟ୍ ବିଟୁଇନ୍ ଆମେ ଯଦି ପ୍ରଡକ୍ଟ Oppo ଆଉ OnePlus ଭିତରେ କେତେ ସେଲ୍ସ ହେଇଛି ଜାଣିବା
ସେମିତି
ପାଇଁ
କେମିତି?
ଚାହିଁବା ଖାଲି ବିଟୁଇନ୍
No, product one. So that I have already shown you, right? Last time in.
yes sir got it.
Okay. Okay, in you cannot use between. How can I say what is the total sales between what is the total sales between Premanand and Gopal? That is wrong, right? You cannot use between operator in two names, right? Between means always a range, either date range or numeric range, date range or numeric range. I cannot use between operator in SQL also. I cannot use between operator between two strings. What will come between that string? That is absolutely wrong. Okay, so you can use, suppose you want, I think we can also extend this function a little bit. Okay, suppose I'll copy the same function. I'll create a new measure. Okay, so measure for this OPPO, give a comma, another filter is product equals to Oppo, enter. Okay, product equals to Oppo, enter. Then I'll do one thing. I'll create one more table. Okay, simply I'll try to put product. Okay, so it is trying to bring the Oppo cells here. Yes or no?
Yes sir, it is getting only Oppo
cells. You have to use a filter to remove this, because anyhow you are using the product column. No, that is the reason why you are getting same Oppo value in all these things. Okay, but we can write function like this for any specific product also. If you want, you can also write a function like this. Okay, and one more thing is I can also add dates. Okay, so suppose I want to add 5 days to the current date. So what I can do is I can create a new bezier. I'll say current date. I don't know this is allowed or not. Yes, current date plus 5. So today will give you the current date. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Okay, today plus 5 I'm writing. I'll create a card. I'll create a card. Okay, are you getting the correct output? Today is 16th. Okay, if I'm adding plus 5, I'm getting this current date plus 5. Yes or no? You can also do minus 5 as well. New measure. So what is the real use of this? We'll explain you in the next class. Current day minus 5. Okay, got it? So clear? This is
Yes, sir.
little, I mean, this DAX functions are little complicated. You'll have to watch the video or 2-3 times so that you'll have a better understanding. I think you are already familiar with all these functions, right? You know functions, so many functions in SQL and Excel. Okay, the person who is very new to this Power BI, he'll not understand much of it. But you guys already have a good background on functions, so I think you can, I mean, relate it. Yes or no? You already know functions in SQL, in Excel, everywhere we have learned functions. So these may be some new functions. Maybe calculate dates between. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all right. So let's. So all clear, right? So far, whatever we have covered. Okay, I think tomorrow evening we'll see if there is no spoken English class, we will try to utilize again this for DAX. Okay, because there are so many
Yes,
things
sir.
in DAX, it is taking time. That's why. If I there are many things you can, of course, some things you can learn on your own, but the important things I wanted to cover this, so that you'll not find any difficulty whenever you create a dashboard. See, everything is, see, business has requirements like, okay, last 5 days sales. Okay, I want sales in between this date and this date. Okay, I want to find the, in each category what is the maximum sale, what is the minimum sale, and that you can only find out if you are strong in DAX. Without DAX it will be very difficult. There will be lot of manual efforts without DAX. DAX is very simple. DAX, the best part of DAX is it can be used anywhere. You can use it anywhere in your visualization. You just have to create one DAX. It can be used anywhere. So suppose you find out this total cost. So cost can be used. This is nothing but, let's say I'm changing the name is, let's say total sales. Total sales. Now this can be used everywhere. If you want to find out date wise total sales, if you want to find out product wise total sales, sales manager wise total sales, segment wise total sales, country wise total sales, everything the same total sales. Where is it? The same total sales DAX will be used everywhere. This particular measure will be used everywhere. We have not used any calculated column so far. We have been using DAX measures. Okay, one measure you create and you just drag and drop. Automatically it will take care. Like it is automatically filter kar doche. That is smart. See, if I want to put total sales here, like this. So same total sales seti padle. Obviously, automatically say product wise filter kar doche. If I just put here, okay, total sales, I think it was already there. Total sales. See, this is how it is going to count. Okay, Oppo, Redmi, all that. So got it? Clear? So okay, I'll let you
Yes,
know
sir.
whether tomorrow evening we'll have a class or not. I'll let you know maybe by tomorrow afternoon. If you do not have spoken English class, then definitely we will use that time to cover the DAX. Okay. Okay. So for everyone it's clear, right? Whatever we have covered. Rashmita, Premanand, Purvesh, Gopal, Surya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.